Hello, lovely people. I welcome you once again to Bright and Clara's channel. Thank you for clicking. This is episode 2 on an 8-unit, 4-story, 2-bedroom apartment that we're putting up for Madam Naomi. Alright, so in your view is an image of the 8-unit, 2-bedroom apartment that we're putting up for Madam Naomi. If you need an architect, on top of your screen is my architect. His name is Jonathan Tete. They have an office at Jolu. It's a big company. So contact Jonathan. He will share the office location with you on Google, so you can go to the office directly. You don't have to meet him anywhere. It's just the office. You understand? And you will see how big Jonathan is. Alright, so this is the back view of the 8-unit 2-bedroom apartment. It's a 4-story, or let me say 3-story building that we are putting up. Again, I have Mr. Frank Hammond. He's an electrical and a structural engineer. So contact Mr. Hammond in case you need his services. So you could see that Madam Naomi doesn't have a clear-cut 3D image of the apartment that he's putting up, and this is because the architect is not good. You understand? But I believe she might have paid so much to get the drawing, and sometimes some of these artisans, their IQ levels are very low. They are not well exposed, or they are not professionals. Maybe they are just beginners. So please ensure that whomever you're giving your work to is well acquainted with the craft, experienced people, people who have worked on the field for so long. Not necessarily with titles, but someone who can do the job perfectly. You understand? Yes. There are great artisans out there. They've worked for so many years, and they don't have engineers on their name attached to their names, but they're good. So make sure you fish out for the good person to do the job for you. In episode 1, I made mention that the mason is not good, the plumber is not good, the electrician is not good. So I fired all of them. So upon taking on the supervision on this project, I synchronize all the people on a WhatsApp platform, so that when I communicate, it gets to everybody at the same time. Are you with me? In case you need any artisan, a tiler, a mason, I have Samuel Aplaga, who is a tiler. Akwesi Entry is a mason. He's located in Kumasi. I have Christopher Adade and the plumber, Mr. Frederick Owusu. They will be of great service to you. So in episode 1, we did all the work up to this level. So from here, the mason is fired, electrician is fired, and Mr. Stephen Opon took over from here, from the first floor. And upon doing his setting layout the very first day, we noticed that all the plumbing works have been displaced. Even after several, confrontation, when I've asked the plumber to go there, check the plumbing work before the casting, still he didn't know his craft. And Stephen, upon using the structural drawing and the architectural drawing to do his setting layout, making sure that everything conforms to the drawing, all the pipes have been displaced. And you can imagine the cost Madam Naomi would have to cough up in order to chisel all those pipes, which would definitely be a waste, and we have to redo all the plumbing works, even though the concrete have been casted. The labor charge for this first floor work is block laying 10,000, pillars and lintel casting 3,000, steel works, which is the pillars and that of lintel, 3,000, and the carpentry work is 4,000. I think Madam Naomi usually add a little bit. That's how Madam Naomi is. You will strike a deal with her. Once you finish, she might even add 300, sometimes 500 to your workmanship. She's really good at that, and I admire her for her generosity. So on the first day when Stephen came, this is what they did. Madam Naomi is molding her own blocks. She bought the quarry dust, chippings, and they are molding. So when the camera turns around, probably it will show the compound. There is a set of team over there molding the blocks. So this is her living area, that couples with that of the kitchen. A kitchen, the hall, a dining, and that of the kitchen. It has a kitchen store and a little balcony at the back. So where the gentleman is, bending down, behind that area is a kitchen, and beyond that also there's a small door heading to the balcony. Are you with me? Where Stephen is pointing. You understand? Yes. So sometimes, you need to employ the right architect to design, because this is going to be a rental property. Madam Naomi is going to be making a generational income from here. She's a smart woman. I admire her so much, so beautiful, adorable, and she's really working hard in the diaspora just to make sure that, at her old age, she'll be able to make money from this property. Okay, she has a 4-plot to herself. That's great. That's marvelous. To have a 4-plot at Tema Community 25, man, that's great. For me, in the near future, she can sell this 1 plot for $1 million. You understand? But I will not allow her to sell it. We will design various same properties, and then she will build on them. You understand? Yes. This one might not be exactly to the taste that she wants, but from here, Stephen is going to modify everything, change some few things, and bring some life to it. You understand? Yes. So, yeah, Stephen did a wonderful job right here. You could see all those pipes. They have been displaced. Okay, they are not where they're supposed to be. Look at this one. Okay, it's not supposed to be there. Okay, so I'm gonna ask my plumber, Mr. Frederick Owusu, to go there. We're gonna chisel all the slabs. We're gonna be cutting so much in order to replace those pipes. So be vigilant. Okay, make sure that when you have artisans working for you, create a WhatsApp platform. Okay, and then put everybody on that platform, so that when you send a message, it goes across to everybody. You understand? So that nobody say, oh, I didn't hear what you say, information, and do me hunt them. Look at this pipe. It's seated in the wardrobe. That's crazy. You understand? So once you give out an information, the mason must hear the same information, steel bender must hear the same information, carpenter must get the same information, and they must have the drawing to follow. You understand? I know some architects do make mistakes, so the mason should be very good to point out all those mistakes. You understand? The mason should take his time to read the plan. It's not just like yento block, let's just lay the blocks and go. No, we don't do that. Okay, take your time, get the right artisans. Okay, let them do the job for you. You can do kind of a recruitment. You call up people. Okay, amazing. How long have you been working? Show me the kind of works you've done. Some people can even show you some videos, but you will know how they lay the blocks, they rub the blocks. If they can read properly, you will know. You understand? So this is a balcony Madam Naomi created all by herself. It's not part of the drawing. So Joshua Adam, my carpenter, was asked to do that kind of overlapping at the back, to make room for the kitchen. And I think that is ideal. Madam Naomi is using common sense in this area. She's using her common sense. You understand? Everybody knows that there should be a balcony there. There should be this there, based on the architectural design. You understand? So there's a laundry room. We created a laundry room as well. Are you with me? So Stephen actually pays attention to details. That's one thing I love about Stephen. When he gets your drawing, he chew it like graphic and times. Are you with me? He takes his time to demarcate everything. They make sure they fall in proportion. He checks the measurement, and then he will compare, because sometimes the ground floor drawing should marry that of the first floor. If it's not marrying, he checks the measurement. There could be a fatigue error. Okay, the architect might have been tired, not deliberately, and made a mistake. So you have to check them and see if they are matching. If it is not, then what does the mason do? He needs to check all of that. Are you with me? Yeah. So I'm only emphasizing that. I'm not saying that my team is the best in Ghana. No. In case you need them, use them. But if you are employing any other person on your project, please vet them. Be careful. Check them carefully. Make sure you employ. Don't go for people who will charge you 50 cedis, 70 cedis, because you think, that is extremely cheap, and you will pay twice or 3 times for that. You understand? Yes. For a mason, my mason will charge you 150 Ghana cedis. Yes, Stephen will charge you 150 Ghana cedis. A laborer is 120. Sometimes some laborers take 100 Ghana cedis and masons take 140. You understand? So things have changed. In the days where a mason is taking 100, a laborer is taking 80 Ghana cedis have passed. And you know that prices have increased. Fuel prices are not the same. So when you try to get people at a cheaper rate, let them do the good job then. But if you have to employ people who are nowhere, and then you have to be talking, you have to talk. In fact, it's as though you are the one doing the work. You will see people, they have to teach the mason what to do. In fact, they put this here and they will be shouting and shouting and talking. Stephen will come up with suggestions, ideas. You understand? The door, the position of the door, what are we supposed to do? Stephen is very creative. You need people like that. So if you have a mason out there and it's good, thumbs up. Keep them and then make sure you propagate them, because there are lots of good masons out there. You understand? So eventually, Madam Naomi's project from here forth, the project will come out nicely, and Mr. Stephen is making sure that everything turns out good. My steel bender is okay. Carpenter Joshua Adam is fantastic, superb. You understand? And then the plumber who will be coming onwards to do all the plumbing work, because as of now we don't want to go to the plumbing work. It will be a headache for her. So before we do any continuation work, the block work will be done. The steel bender will come and fixing all the rods. We will cast all the pillars, and then later on we will have time to do all the plumbing works. So Stephen even have to go to the ground floor and check the layout. There were lots of mistakes. Madam Naomi had to pay Stephen almost about 4,000 to 5,000 Ghana cedis to do all those corrections. I'm not sure about the amount, but I'm pretty sure it's around 4,500 thereabout. You understand? And Stephen had to go to the ground floor. The windows are not symmetrical. The door position is wrong. There's no laundry. We asked him to do, he did something differently. And Stephen had to do a lot of changes in the ground floor. You understand? So, lovely people, I come your way with good content, making sure that your eyes are wide open. If you want to supervise a project, make sure you yourself, you are well acquainted with construction. If you are not, you can reach out to me. I will help you, but I will charge you. Okay, I don't charge too much. Something little for my talking and here and there. You understand? And then your work will go very well for you. Okay, I'll come your way with episode 3, and then you will see exactly what Stephen is doing. Okay, if you need myself, you can reach out to me. My name is Mr. Bright. My email is brightantonio@outlook.com. Okay, I'll prepare an estimate for you at a cost of $60. Okay, and then if you want me to build your house for you, I'll do it. From me to you, shalom. God bless you wherever you are. Bye bye.